In this video tutorial, we'll continue with our series on complex numbers. So let's say we have two sets of complex numbers, one being m equals to negative 2 minus 4i, and the second being n equal to 3 minus I. And we want to simplify this fraction of 1 divided by the product of the conjugates of those two complex numbers. So first, the conjugate of m would be minus 2 plus 4i. And the conjugate of n would be 3 plus I. So if I rewrite this fraction, I have 1 over negative 2 plus 4i times 3 plus I in my denominator. And as in the previous video, we can expand brackets or parentheses as we would do normally in algebra. So when I expand, I have 1 over negative 2 times 3, which is negative 6. Then negative 2 times I, which is negative 2i, plus 4i times 3, which is plus 12i. And then plus 4i times I, which is plus 4i squared. So remember that I is the imaginary number of the square root of negative 1. And that I squared is equals to negative 1. So this last term would be minus 4. So if I add like terms together in the denominator, I have negative 10 plus 10i. And you would think that you are finished, but our practice with complex numbers is to leave our denominator as a real number. So what we need to do is to continue working with this fraction by multiplying both the numerator and denominator with the conjugate of the denominator. And the conjugate of negative 10 plus 10i is negative 10 minus 10i. And again, I would expand, so 1 multiplied by negative 10 minus 10i is simply negative 10 minus 10i over negative 10 plus 10i times negative 10 minus 10i. So when I expand normally, that will be 100 minus 100i squared, where I squared is equals to negative 1. So now my denominator would simplify to 200, which is a real number. So now we can rewrite this fraction as negative 10 over 200 minus 10i over 200, leaving our simplified answer in the format of a plus bi. That is the format of complex numbers. So I can simplify the a value, which is negative 1 over 20, minus 1 over 20i. So remember, our final answers, we always leave in the format of a plus bi. So our a value is negative 1 over 20, and our b value is also negative 1 over 20. And notice that when we work with complex numbers, that we want to leave our denominator as a real value, and we do that by multiplying both the numerator and denominator with the conjugate of the original denominator.